we are. This is it, ladies and gents. We're back and in semis. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, we have a really, really interesting team versus the one Zacian in tournament.
Yes, the one
So
Zacian.
we have Jacob Teague with a really oddball team. I believe they were on stream a couple rounds ago, the last round of Swiss. And right on your screen, you can see it. That's not really Calyrex without a horse.
Correct.
That's Calyrex Shadow Rider with Throat Spray and Snarl and Gird going nuts on camera. Okie Dogie.
Yes, sir.
With safety. Oh my God! Safety goggles, poison grab, drain punch, taunt. A Suicune with mental herb, raging bolt with booster energy. A choice banded Landorus Therian with Terra Flying. That's a small mistake on the graphic here. And Rillaboom. Assault Vest. Oh my goodness. I didn't get a chance to really look at this team. I was watching it while I was on stream. I didn't get to see.
It's pretty insane. It's pretty insane.
What on earth? I'm trying to analyze all this. This is crazy.
We haven't seen Suicune click Tailwind yet, but
I haven't seen Suicune click Tailwind in almost a decade, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? It's insane. We're back in like 2012, bro.
No, like I used Suicune in 2015.
Sure.
With nearly this same set.
I mean, what's probably different? Like, this is probably the same set.
I think Snarl may have been Protect, but no, it was probably Snarl. It didn't need Protect, but Mental Herb was definitely like Citrus Berry.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I'm saying, like, and a Landorus, all right. Yeah, no, definitely brought this to a regional in 2015 at some point. Like, this whole team.
The whole team, including the Okie Dokies.
Yeah.
Especially the Okie Dokies.
That was just a Toxicroak.
Yeah. oh, no.
Calyrex was Hoopa, which was legal. Rillaboom was Chestnut. Raging Bolt, that was, Raikou.
Yes. It's a pretty solid team here. Just the usual suspects. Really solid overall. Can't really complain. We saw a lot from this Okie Dokie earlier, so I'm hoping to see some more of it in this round as well. But let's move on over. Who do we got? It's
Sohaib Mosi.
Yes, sir. Sohaib, a really solid player.
Andrew, give us Sohaib.
And now,
I'll speak to him. I don't care. We got Pelipper, Incineroar, Mungus, Chien-Pao, Iron Hands, and the only Zacian in this tournament. Sohaib trying to make her own with Zacian. I've been speaking to him throughout the tournament, spoke to him before the tournament. He's kind of going to be honest and say he wishes he did not bring Zacian to this tournament. He has not brought it to his last two matches. He's just left it on the bench as team preview bait.
Wow. That's really crazy. But honestly, Zacian, it does pack a huge punch. In the games that we saw Sohaib play on stream, it put massive dents into the opponent's squad and pulled its weight. I want to say it's a really solid Pokemon. Get that plus attack on entry. You can boost it up with Chien-Pao's ability, essentially. It's kind of strong. I actually really like it. Honestly, I don't see it not coming into play in this round, especially with how Jacob Teague's team's kind of built around right now. So maybe we'll see it.
Yeah, so one thing to shout out here. Last time we saw Sohaib on stream, there was nothing to throw out and intimidate onto the Zacian.
True.
This time, Jacob deciding to bring with them the Landorus Therian, which a bit overlooked now, but still able to apply a lot of, pressure, but being able to mitigate the amount of damage that the Zacian's able to put out, as well as the Chien-Pao.
Also got to point out that this Landorus does have access to that Terra Flying boosted, Terra Blast. It's going to do an insane amount of damage to Zacian if it decides to go for a Terra Grass. And if it doesn't, hey, you're a Steel type. So I'm just going to stop and tantrum into that selection slot anyway, which is a nice little pin that you have going for yourself.
Yeah, I will say, despite the Landorus, having that plus of Intimidate, really threatened by the Chien-Pao, and I mean, Zacian's still going to be at neutral on that attack, or higher if it Swords Dances. So still not wanting to face it down. And if it was Choice Scarf, I'd say, yeah, totally. It has a great matchup. But Choice Band, we're going to be a little iffy going to these Pokemon, as the match is going to start in just a short second once the game decides to load. I'm excited to see these pretty, well, I wouldn't say too different. Sohaib has a pretty standard team and a Zacian.
I'm interested in hearing what the music metagame is here.
Oh, absolutely. What song are we going to...
Ooh, okay.
What is this? What song is this? Gen 5, yeah.
Gen 5,
Gen 5
definitely.
trainer battle? All right. So we
That's
have
insane. It's pretty
Okie Dokie and Calyrex Shadow on the field versus Iron Hands and Chien-Pao. So a bit of a cross-up in terms of what's threatening. What, you know, a fake out can easily go onto this Okie Dokie. Chien-Pao easily able to sucker punch the Calyrex Shadow,
Rider.
but with that Terra Fairy, gonna be a lot harder of a decision to make. And, you know, without that focus act, something like an Ice Spinner could easily pick up
Yes.
the one-hit KO.
Yes.
So both players going to have to respect what each other can do here. As we see an immediate terrestrialization from Jacob's side of the field, I believe they're going to terrestrialize that horse into a fairy type with that wonderful heart on Calyrex's
So is it a unicorn now? Or...
Well, it always was a unicorn.
So true, so
Calyrex
true.
is the one that terrestrialized. That horse is still ghost type.
That's true.
As a Draining Kiss going to come out here into the Iron Hand, through the Assault Vest, going to do a little over 50%, but Iron Hand, that's
a
crit.
crit. Wow. That's
Ice
actually
Spinner.
pretty. That's a lot of, wow, okay.
So Sohaib,
And the flinch.
thanks to
Whoa.
that was a fake out.
Oh, that's right, the flank out.
Whew.
Oh,
It's
listen.
okay, Naeem. It's
Yo,
late. We're fine.
Oh, my brain, bro.
It's been a long day.
I melted off.
It's-
I was like,
it's
I
late.
spinner flinch. Hold on. I was like, what are we doing?
So
okay.
Chien-Pao critically preserving its sash there. The
Ooh.
Draining Kiss doing a big amount of damage, but we saw that thanks to that Assault Vest, not even a two-hit KO, as we are going to see the terrestrialization from Sohaib's side of the field, and that is going to be the brand new, wonderful spectrum of colors, the Stellar Terra. On top of that, Chien-Pao going to be able to launch its attacks a bit stronger once and only once, as Astral Barrage comes out into the Chien-Pao,
Nice,
going to knock out
nice.
the sash, not going to do too much to the Iron Man, as Terra Stellar Ice Spinner going to be able to knock out that Okie Dokie.
Okie dokie is now KO'd. There he goes off of the field. And what are we going to see in its place? Not going to know just yet, but we will see the Heavy Slam get the one-hit knockout here. Goodbye.
Thanks to that Sword of Ruin, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Iron Hands has the big weight advantage on the horse and the deer
Absolutely.
thing, rabbit. I didn't expect that to KO. I always forget about the Sword of Ruin.
Yeah, it's a really good ability, and it works for both sides. It's a double-edged sword for sure. Get it because Chien-Pao has a sword?
Yeah. It's got two edges of a sword in his mouth.
So true.
So we got Now and Whoa on the field. We got that Choice Band Landorus Therian on the field. You know, as I was alluding to earlier, that Choice Band not going to really help it out here
Not
where
at
it
all.
really wants that speed advantage. And Sohaib with the Iron Hands, which is not really going to want to be there. Chien-Pao, by any time figuring out what it wants to do, probably going to want to see what move this Landorus locks into. You know, that's a big thing. As well as, you know, this Raging Bolt does have the booster energy, so maybe threatening a KO now onto the Chien-Pao with something like a Thunderclap. Thunderbolt, almost definitely.
For sure.
But
Thunderclap, maybe, actually. It has the stats. I don't know.
exactly. So, curious to see what both players go for here. Pretty sure Chien-Pao just wants to see what happens here. Has no reason not to.
No
Doesn't
reason.
lose anything going for Protect. As Mikey Mike switches in the Pelipper, as a Sucker Punch just comes
Oh.
out, it is going to go right into the Landorus.
Oh,
and with a critical hit,
That's a one-hit knockout number 2. Oh,
Wow.
wow. That's insane. That's a lot of damage. Are we about to see a 4-0 sweep?
it might happen. A Thunderclap going into the Chien-Pao, which already moved with Sucker Punch, and thankfully for it getting that critical hit and knocking that Landorus out through the Intimidate drop, Jacob gonna have to do a lot to claw his way back up here. The Ice Spinner comes out into the the Raging Bolt. Not even gonna do half thanks to the Intimidate, as a Thunderbolt is gonna get the KO here. And Pelipper now is probably going to do a little bit of damage to this Raging Bolt, but
Too
ultimately
ambitious, huh?
not anything that matters.
Yeah, definitely not a 4-0 A, but it was almost there.
Yeah.
Now, a ton of damage coming from this one wind attack. Okay, I'm actually...
Curious that he went for Hurricane instead
Yeah,
of Weather
I was
Ball
just
there,
about to say
given
that.
Weather Ball does do a considerable amount more damage. However, maybe just saying, I mean, I'm not doing much damage anyways. I might as well try to fish for confusion.
Yeah, okay.
But, I mean, Station going to be able to clean up here or protect itself like a little baby.
Nah,
I'm kidding.
Yeah, why not? Like, I guess.
So Thunderclap here going to be able to do nothing because the Station went for protect. Going to see how much more damage that does. It does put it in range of probably a Weather Ball, maybe another Hurricane here. But Thunderclap with the booster energy, even with a crit, that was not
gonna
getting a KO.
No.
That could have been Helping Hand and Specs.
I'm wondering, why did we go for the Protect in the first place?
Maybe to bait out a Thunderclap, get some more chip down. I don't really know. Okay. If I'm Sohaib there, I'm clicking Sacred Sword every time. I mean...
Yeah, why not? It seems safe.
It seems safe to me, but hey, Sohaib's in top 4 and we're behind the commentary.
Listen, man, we just speak good. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, impressive game 1. A very strong showing from Jacob. Very quick in and out. But hey, there's another chance that you can get that win you need. Get yourself another life. But right now, it's looking like it's in Jacob's favor.
Absolutely. Sohaib's favor.
Sohaib's favor.
Wake up, Naeem.
I'm up. I promise I'm up.
You up?
I'm up.
He's up. All right, so another look at Sohaib's team and its intricacies. Heavy Slam Iron Hands, as we saw, coming in clutch. A lot of people have been opting for that Volt Switch for repositioning tool.
Absolutely.
But more on that Miraidon team. I think Heavy Slam, as we clearly saw, putting in the work there.
A lot of work,
and
for sure.
Assault Fest as well, putting in so much work. Chimpao and Iron Hands just took that game by themselves. I mean, there was a little bit of luck. We did see a Terra Stellar critical hit through an Intimidate, which was very, very influential in the result of that game. Easily could have switched out, I think, and done something better. I think Iron Hands was off the field at that. No. Pelipper had just come in. So Iron Hands, blah, 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 whatever. We won't relive it. But I think Sohaib is looking to come out on top of this one. I'm curious of the adjustments Jacob's going to make here, as they're going to need a lot more out of their Calyrex Shadow, especially, to win this one. I wouldn't be surprised to see Suicune either, given that I don't think well, Iron Hands can hit it super effectively. If it goes for Terra Grass, Chimpao can. So kind of having to play that game, I think Suicune would be a great bring for Jacob here to change the pace of the game, quite literally with Tailwind.
Quite literally indeed. As we see the leads coming into play here, Okie Dokie now partnered up with this Rillaboom. And a very similar lead from the last game from Sohaib here. I kind of like this lead. This is actually pretty good. You got fake out pressure. You have Chimpao doing his thing and making you look really intimidating. But hey, man, you got fake out on the other side too. Okay, a switch out for Sohaib here.
Yeah, so a switch out of the Iron Hands here, thinking, okay, I'm probably just going to take a fake out and maybe, I don't know, protecting Chimpao, not wanting to deal with that. Very, very smart from Sohaib. Just reposition, get your Zacian on the field. And the fake out is going to go into the protecting Chimpao slot, and we're going to see what this
is. It a poison move? No, it's Drain Punch.
Drain Punch. And
into the same slot.
Yeah, Jacob put all the eggs in the basket of I need to clear this Chimpao, and Sohaib knows I'm not just going to let you do that for free, bro.
No, not for free at least. But hey, now we might have a free turn to go ahead and get a Sword Stance up. Neither of these Pokemon threaten a big KO right now, so it seems relatively safe to go for something like that, which is going to be extremely scary. That's going to be plus 300 station. Even if you switch in something like Landorus for a drop, it's only going to be by 1. So, Terra, Okie Dokie, into water typing. Whoa, what are we going to see? What are we cooking here, Jacob?
I don't know. I really thought that Rillaboom was going to go for the Terra Fire to resist the Ice Spinner, to resist the Behemoth Blade, but we don't see that as the Ice Spinner just goes into that slot and takes like 1-hit KO.
Another 1-hit KO into that slot, and that will also clear out this terrain as well. No healing around here, folks.
Yeah, no, I'm very curious why Jacob went for the Terra Water, maybe wanting to resist the Behemoth Blade. But I think you really needed to get more value out of that Rillaboom there, and maybe had gone for a Terra Fire Woodhammer, let's say. So Jacob really on the back foot here. Well, actually, I take that back. Chimpao's not in the game anymore. Nope. Chimpao was the Pokemon that gave Jacob the most trouble. True. So a trade that I would put in Sohaib's advantage as an Intimidate comes out from Landorus and Fake Out pressure comes out from Sohaib.
Of course, but remember, we do have that one sword stance, so this Zacian still at +2 power. It's gonna be scary, dealing amounts of damage that are kind of unspeakable. And now, of course, you went for this water typing on Okidogi, which makes you very vulnerable to Iron Hands going for like a wild charge. And of course, you also now have Fake Out support, as we see it going into this Okidogi that's gonna deny your attack this turn. Behemoth Blade, let's see what it does. That's a +2, baby! One hit knockout.
That's another one shot for Sohaib. That Landorus is off the field, and that Okidogi is not able to flinch, or not gonna flinch.
Nope.
Thanks to that Fake Out. You know, if Guard Dog was a better ability that made you immune to flinch and gave you a +1 on Intimidate, maybe it would be worthwhile, but I don't know. We see the Calyrex Shadow hit the field, and it might be too little too late. I know it can hit really hard, but this Zacian is looking to be out of control, and with the amount of bulk that it has, unless a big critical hit comes out, it's looking to be sealed up for Sohaib.
Yeah, Sohaib is looking really strong right now. Not much to really see here. It's a +2 Zacian, man. Like, what do you do about that?
I don't know. And I mean,
for Protect, interesting play here. Now, let's see what this Iron Hands is going to do. Astral Barrage is going to get blocked, of course. I'm not predicting a lot of damage into this, but let's see how much you're going to get.
And it's
I didn't
a lot
think
at all.
so.
60 as the Drain Punch does go into the ever daunting.
Wild Charge? Is this it? What did we go for?
Wild Charge coming out. Not getting KO thanks to the Intimidate, but even without the Intimidate, probably wouldn't have gotten there thanks to Okidogi's bulk. Behemoth Blade locking into... there's not a lot that Jacob can do here. Let's be real.
I like the switch here. Gonna refresh that Fake Out for later and get my attack back. But for now, here, deal with this mushroom. It's quite delicious. If you want to try and eat it.
I promise.
Yeah, I promise.
I promise. I wouldn't lie to you, bro.
Yeah, for real.
And that Astral Barrage just not doing a ton of damage. And with the item of choice being that Throat Spray, not gonna hang on here. I think Throat Spray kind of being a thorn in Jacob's side here, wishing he may have had a different item. Having a quick Snarl to get your +1 boost just isn't what you want to have to do. Definitely a cool idea, but in this set, definitely not helping very much, as this Okidogi is locked onto the field. And I think Sohaib, not knowing exactly how Okidogi is trained and its stats, playing much safer, saying, I'm just going to protect and go for a Fake Out and make sure I can
guarantee
lock this one up.
Yeah. I mean, you have the lead. Why play dangerously? Play under your own pace. Guarantee your setup. Make sure everything goes without a hinge. And now, we're going to see even further beyond attaining new levels of power. Swords Dance up again. That's +4.
Yeah, so 2 Sacred Swords, I believe, it would have done more damage, but maybe predicting a Protect there, just saying, you know, I can probably get there with a +4 Sacred Sword. I'm probably KOing every Pokemon in the game. And that is going to be our top 4 set between Sohaib Mufti and Jacob Teague.
Yes, a nice swift 2-0. Moving on up, feeling strong, feeling invincible. That was a pretty good set for Sohaib to ride into the Grands with.
Yeah. So I'm very curious who we're going to see in Grand Finals between Adrian Hurley and Rushiel Thakar. And Andrew's going to chime in.
It is Rushiel.
Oh,
it is Rushiel, who I believe, I'm pretty sure, by getting into finals at this MSS, locked in his Worlds invite. I may be misspeaking, but that is the news I have heard. So good job, Rushiel.
Good job,
Congratulations
Rushiel.
to you, man. And let's see who comes out on top in finals. Sohaib versus Rushiel. We're going to go to a quick break, and that's going to be me signing off from Balance Patch. Jacob Lintner going to take my spot. Naeem, great commentating with you today, man. Thank you all for having me. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Marsh. Always a great time, and I'll be here whenever the next event is.
Stay tuned. We'll be back.